welcome to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of lemon champ or lucky track dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough, and Chrissy,
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
we're sure you'll giggle a little.
and learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
Well, I figured we'd kick this off properly with a board meeting.
That's when they all drink.
Yep. They? What do you mean? We.
No,
What do you meaning us?
Marcy's they. All of you drink.
Fair. Well, thank you, fine folks, for hopping on. I just thought this would be a fun way for us to spend a few minutes recapping our trip and our experience there. It was so cool to all of us to get together, and I think next year we've got to do a better job in putting it out in advance to have like a meeting spot one time for all of the Lemons people, because there were a ton of Lemons folks there.
Yep.
We didn't know. So I think it'd be really cool to meet up at one of the bars or something and have a big old drink with the crew. So
Pepper's Mexican restaurant. I was going to say the Mexican restaurant.
yeah, exactly. Well, something close to the track. One of the track vending opportunities, so we can all do it on property. Because we have folks like Shellie that never leave the grounds. So
We left the grounds. We left a handful of times, but once the race starts, we're there to watch the race.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what we do.
Maybe next time we'll be smart enough to knock on your door just to see if you're in your.
Or just open it because all the lights were on and we were sitting in there watching the race on TV.
I was too drunk to notice.
I noticed. Yeah.
Hopefully evident.
Well, I thought it'd be fun to just kind of fire out a couple of questions, and people jump in as needed, and it's really just story time. So the first question is, what would you not do again after this weekend?
Can I go?
Yes.
Go home for a snowstorm.
Solid. I think we would all agree with that, Dave. I think we'd all agree with that.
We chose to stay, and now we're sitting in a snowstorm right now. So I did have a super fun experience. So I posted a video of on TikTok. My husband, like the very first video is him like laying on a wall next to the fountain when you go into the track, and some totally random person left me a comment that said I was there for the taking of this photo. And I was like, oh, you're welcome. And he's like, that was probably the highlight of our weekend because we had to leave and go home to North Carolina for the snowstorm.
That's
Yeah.
it's crazy how it's such a small world. Like just bumping into
Yeah.
random people there, it's pretty wild. So, any other I wish I didn't do that things from the crew, or was it all good?
I think 3 days of Mexican food was a little extreme. As much as I enjoyed it, I could have used a little shake up in the meals.
And it's cafe like hot dogs and track food with the Mexican food. I would hear. I get that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. What was your favorite thing? What was the one thing that was like, man, that was cool and unexpectedly cool?
6 hours of caution so we could sleep.
That was the, would you not do it over again? I would fall into my category. Corey, what you got?
I thought it was hilarious when we went to security and they opened up your backpack and it had a full 24-pack of beer unopened inside of it. And the look of mind-blowing face at the gate was hilarious.
There's one thing to check, and it's this box that's on.
It was
That's all I brought.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Dean and I definitely slept on the fact that we could bring stuff in. I think we were more amazed when we ran into you with the Modelo, and I was like, we can actually bring beer in here. And yeah, and we looked at the entry rules again, and we were like, yeah, we definitely just. I was down to like I had a clear purse with me because I'm just like so trained on anytime you go to an event, it's like the smallest purse and it must be clear. So probably reading the event entry rules would have been good for us before we went.
Yeah, but those were confusing because I read them as well. I bought my little black backpack thinking that you can only have a certain size, and everybody else was full send. So they just don't really care.
Kim, you should have asked your seasoned veterans on the Rolex
Right.
what you could and could not do. Kim may not know because that girl got to work when she's there.
But also it's Florida and like ask forgiveness instead of permission. So
Yeah.
For sure. Uncle Dave and I went to Buc-ee's because he had never been before. So we went there on Thursday, and I looked at the rules, and it was like, you can bring a cooler in of this size. And Buc-ee's had a cooler that was smaller than that, which could only fit a 6-pack. And then they had a cooler that was too big, which I was like, oh, well, that doesn't work. And I said, well, what are the rules on the backpack again? Because they had a cooler backpack, and I was like, that is a win. $34. I saved triple that in Daytona fees for all those beers.
Yeah, that's what I noticed when I was down there at the 500 with Amanda, and I saw everybody with backpacks. We brought in little coolers, but I saw everybody walking around with a backpack.
Well, had you knocked on an RV door, you could have stored whatever amount of beer you wanted in the RV or at the RV and then just popped out and got it and gone back. But instead, you just left drunk videos of you after you drank all your beer.
right. I mean, to be fair, we did have cooling packs, so they didn't exactly get warm. It was pretty well done, really.
Yeah.
We had to drink fast enough so nobody got upset carrying around too much weight, you know.
Yeah. It was amazing.
It got light real fast.
It was amazing how fast it got light. So, Shellie, I think we would have spent more time hanging out with you, but it is not easy to get to your camping spot on feet. Thank you, Kim, for Sherpaing us around a couple of times in the cart, which was super.
We just got to take all the trams.
Yeah.
The little shuttles. But Daytona is no joke for walking. Like shuttles aside, like you're gonna huff it for sure.
Yeah. Wear comfy shoes. You're putting some on. And bring sunscreen, right, Jimmy?
I didn't bring any sunscreen.
I know. Even when someone had sunscreen, Jimmy's like, "No, I'm good. I'm Greek. It's fine.
I'm fine." I enjoyed the behind the scenes tour that we got from Kim. Not just the hauler and the team, but where all the the drivers and owners, they all hang out, the catering that goes on, all the people that are involved with just putting an event on, and we only saw a small portion of it, but that part I enjoyed.
That catering tent was legit.
Yeah.
Like, what an operation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we did a stupid premiere experience that was largely disorganized, but we got to go up with a spotters hangout, and then we got a car ride in the pace car around the track at night, which was pretty rad. The guy did a full send, and it was pretty awesome. So that was pretty neat. It was a Toyota Camry, but he definitely went for it, which is very cool.
It's faster than most of our Lemons cars anyway.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
So, Jackie, Dean, premiere experience worth it? Not worth it? Would you do again?
Never. We wouldn't do it again.
No.
But we don't traffic in regret, so I won't say that we regret doing it. But I mean, it was good for what we did do. But like Dean said, it was just wildly disorganized.
Yeah, it was
like the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. It was a secondary company that was putting that on, right? Was it?
Yes.
Tertiary company, maybe further down the line. I mean, they were in some random tent in the fan zone. Like
on this
the the track ride we were supposed to do, they actually told us to meet them up after the fan zone was closed. So we got there and they weren't even going to let us in. And we're like, well, wait a minute, hold on a second. So the whole thing was really disorganized. But I mean, there was a couple, like I said, there was a couple things that were good. The rest of it, yeah, it's a learn.
Shellie, what were you going to say?
We did the Taste of Daytona one year. No, I don't think I'd ever do that again. It was really weird. You'd walk into one because all the little rooms were like a different restaurant, basically. And you'd walk into one and it was like, I don't know, really odd, like just really strange stuff happening in there. And they were serving like Ben and Jerry's, and you're like, I should not be here at all. Like, this is everything about this is wrong. And then you go to the next one, and it was like, I don't know, people were dressed up and like at a high end dinner, and it was just weird, like so strange.
But
I wouldn't do it again.
So skip that. I think if you just look at the 4-day passes, like it was less than $200. It was awesome, like great deal.
Yeah.
Worth really good access.
Yeah.
Pay for the parking. It's like
if you don't have the app, I would go ahead and get the app too, because like we bought our tickets from somebody that was selling them on the app, and like I think we got them for like $50 cheaper too. So you can find people that like can't make it, and they'll sell their tickets right before.
that's how I got my parking passes. Yeah, I got 3-day parking pass for $100, which was awesome from the Lemons folks. So once again, thank you, Lemons community.
Yeah. I think if we were to do it again, it'd be like when we did F1 at Coda, like the first time we did like a higher end experience, and it was great. And we said we would never go back. Matt was there. Matt lived through the wounds of us walking miles and miles with Matt just carrying Modelo on his shoulder, I'm pretty sure. To
Yes.
our parking lot. But when we went back, what was it, years ago, we took our RV, and that was a fantastic experience. So we couldn't get an RV spot by the time we looked for this one, but I think if we go back, we would look to bring our RV down there.
That would be the way to do it.
I have a buddy that is in Austin, kind of northwest Austin, that has an RV. So you could fly in and just use that RV instead.
Yeah.
We're talking for Daytona.
Daytona.
Yeah. Definitely for Daytona.
Yeah. For Daytona, though, I think to get an RV spot, if you want to get your own spot, you have to start with tent camping and then wait for an opening, unless you can buy one from somebody for that event. But the price gouging on RV spots when the time comes is just off the charts. It's offensive. But we started tent camping, and I think it took us 3 or 4 years before we got offered an RV spot. Yeah, we don't have like power, water, nothing. Like it's just straight up dry camping.
But what do you mean is offensive? Because I mean, like Coda, and we didn't pay this. There were spots that were like $10,000 for the weekend. It was like super dumb. It can't be that.
Outside, like where we are, not quite that expensive, but they're only like $600 a year for like out where we are. But when people start selling them, the price goes way up on that. I think if you can find one inside, they'll be in the thousands for sure. Like,
Yeah, because Coda was $100 for the weekend.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a great deal after that.
It was like 5 walk to the gate. It was dumb. I mean, I think for everything that was bad the first time we went, it was like totally better the second time. We left Monday morning at the race. There was no traffic. It was a totally different experience.
Yeah.
I've got to say the house that we rented was really easy. Like 6 miles away, with no traffic. It's not like Daytona 500 chaos. Popped in, had great parking right across the street from the raceway entrance. So I thought that was a great way to do it too. But I did miss the, I think it would be really cool to be able to just walk around at night in the paddock and just bar hop with all the people that are set up there. And I think that's one thing that I think would have been super cool to do. But I personally wasn't in any condition to do that. So I'm glad we went home and went to sleep.
Really go to sleep.
It's there.
But
Of course I wanted to stay there. Do you know me at all?
It's when Timmy was napping. Like, we did see a lot of people sleeping in their car in the parking lot when we came in Sunday morning. So definitely people.
Sleeping just like on the sidewalk inside sometimes too. Like people just sleep everywhere, sleep in the stands, like they're everywhere.
I went back at 5 a.m. and there was a lot of people sleeping in the stands.
Yeah.
Why would you sleep in the stands? That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. There's a picture.
Powerful enough. The one thing I really wish they would fix is I could not find anything that was remotely a breakfast item from just at all.
Nothing.
Yeah, when you're coming back,
I had to bum a fucking breakfast bar.
yeah, killing protein bars, and then Dee finally was like, "You go over dog."
No coffee. All the coffee things were empty.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking back where there's breakfast and coffee and people and everything else.
I'm gonna mail you like 5 pounds of coffee in advance, Shellie.
If you think we didn't have enough coffee for all of y'all while we were there, because that's pretty much all we do is just stay up and drink coffee like all weekend.
That's a cool.
Oh, hey, big
Mug. Awesome bag.
that mug's awesome. Cool. All right, so story time. Who's got a story to share?
Okay, guys. See you later. This was fun while it lasted. See you at Sonoma. Bye.
He's like turning off my volume. Ching.
Why was he? I didn't do anything. It's just public thing. I didn't do anything.
He was fine, Marcy. Jimmy was fine.
Yes, as the de facto shuttle driver, I will hold my stories back, but y'all were jackasses.
Oh,
It's Correy. I mean, it's not like we stuck stickers on police cars or anything.
Allegedly.
Ooh,
Allegedly, we would never
definitely
do
not.
anything like that.
No.
I have pictures of my photo roll of me like sticker bombing people in front of me, like on their backpacks and bumpers of cars on the way. I went through an entire sleeve of E1R stickers, like and not walk back to the car. Stickers on everything. But Jimmy was the one that put them all on there, so
I didn't see anything.
thank you. So no one's gonna tell a story. You guys are good. You guys are too good.
I missed all the good stuff.
I feel like Kim has the best stories.
Kim, you want to tell a
I
story?
mean, before she starts, honestly, the story of her showing up with a bunch of funky race suits was pretty hilarious.
Let's let Kim. Why do you think I'm the one with the story, Shellie? Because you always have stories. You're up in the mix of everything. My only story is kind of a takeaway from the weekend.
But it's just
When we came out to your RV to try to find you at night, I don't have a reverse beeper on my golf cart. Fuck off. They were my reverse beeper. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
I got a great video of it.
Rachel. That's not. Oh, look. Let's see if you guys can see it. This is what. When I got a message from Tim letting me know that he was at the RV. Let's see if we can see his face. Look, this is the video that popped up.
sure. So if it wasn't a sunny day out, if it was good, dry.
I do have a fun story. So the parking spot next to us, the RV spot, has been empty for like 3 years, and people decided to park in it this year, and they got towed. So that was fun to watch.
What was it? What got towed?
What was it that got towed? It was a Subaru, I think. There was like a RAV4. There was 2 of them now. There was a RAV4. I don't know. It was like a whole situation. this guy was shining flashlights in the window. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on outside? And then he was like, there's somebody in the window. And then they knocked on the RV door. And I was like, we don't know these people. And they were like, all right, hook it up. So they brought a truck back and like started putting like little axle things on it because the tow truck came in like one way and the car was facing the other way. And they just like hi-yawed that thing up and left. And then I was really hopeful that we would be there when the people came back and like there was no car, but we weren't. So I didn't get to see like the drama unfold.
Did you leave him a note and be like, "Hey, we moved your car. We moved your car to parking lot 4."
No, but there was like an RV showed up a couple of hours later, and then we went to sleep, and it was gone when we woke up. So we have no idea what was going on over there. It was weird.
That's chaos.
That was about it.
We just did on Saturday before we went to the track to the most random, like, strip mall ever to go to a Harbor Freight and get 2 generators so we wouldn't die when we got back to Charlotte. So that was fun.
That's why.
Really?
They're all trying to figure out why you want generators.
Well, because they were talking about how it was going to be Armageddon, and I should have thought about it because it is Charlotte, right? So here an inch of snow is like 10 inches. So they were talking about how it was going to be terrible
Ice.
and that the power was going to be out. And I'm like, well, it'd be stupid if we drove home from Florida and then had to look for a generator because the power was out for 2 weeks. So we figured we would just go get one.
Which,
And
like,
save the receipt.
if anybody is in Nashville, which I don't think any of us are, but like like people in Nashville, I think I saw 45,000 people still without power, and there's them aren't going to be restored, until like February 8th. So, whoa, not fun. So we bought them. So we have 2 generators that are now still sitting in the back of our SUV. But true Snowmageddon fashion, we have received a foot of snow today, and we no longer own snow shovels after California, Oklahoma, and everything. Ian and I were brooming off our driveway today.
Yeah.
Works pretty good. Is this where Californians get to say it was 72 degrees and sunny all day?
Fuck you, what?
You do 5 degrees here.
What?
Yeah. Were you out in it all day long at a racetrack? No, you were not. We all were. 24 degrees.
Oh, that's what Neil said.
So,
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to say my life's the hardest, but it would definitely suck like snow. Which is funny because our house is completely non-functional for 340 days a year if it rains or whatever, because we have a sloped driveway now. So the other day when it was ice, right? Of course, I'm trying to chip ice and I fall. And what happens when you fall in this driveway? You just slide down toward the garage and run into it.
So you might as well get the mail while you're at the bottom.
Exactly. So I'm trying to sweep the snow, looking for the ice so I don't fall, and end up taking a sleigh ride into the garage again. And I'm like, this is great. Super fun stuff. And I thought Oklahoma was bad.
You don't have a ring camera, do you?
No.
Damn it.
Let's be clear. Whoever lived here before had some sort of camera, but Dean, because he just cuts wires to everything, so he doesn't have to deal with it, put just a lovely piece of black electrical tape over it so it doesn't have the red light around it anymore. So people just don't know that we killed all of our security systems. So that's how our house works.
Well, I didn't want to flash it.
Could have just taken a picture.
But it also worked.
It works as a doorbell, man. That's all you want. I have a doorbell. Great.
I had somebody leave a message on my Ring camera the other day, and all they said was, "Hey, you guys have a lot of cars. I like cars too. Could you give me a call sometime?" And then left his phone number.
On a Ring camera?
Yeah, on our front door.
Wow. Something to say.
Not
How many cars do you have?
in the driveway. I think there's 5, sometimes 6.
That's a lot of cars.
I like cars.
That's the outside cars. We got 1 yard car and then 3.
Hard car. Yard cars, awesome.
I need a
Dick's message on your Ring camera about the yard car. I'm like, can I come over and work on it?
Yard car is what it no. Yard car is a no. Like that's yard car hit my limit. But
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we have a yard car. It's a race car.
this one's not a race car yet.
Is it going to be?
So you don't have an HOA.
Hopefully someday it will be. We bought it because it's an S13, and apparently there's like this weird group of a very small group that takes the front end out of an S14 and it'll fit like straight up under the B210. So that was the intent. And then I got our lemons team together and I was like, hey guys, how do you feel about this? And they're like, well, we could just build an S13. And I was like, great. Money well spent, kids. Thanks. So now it's probably going to be something else and not that.
Too bad Matt dropped. He loves that kind of stuff. S13, all Nissans.
Oh, no more Nissan, please.
Exactly.
No more Nissan.
Well, you don't want to come to my house then, because we started with Datsun and continued through Nissan.
No, I've got a scar that says Nissan on it.
Porsches are bad, but of course I'm like me, Maserati now. So yeah, same problem.
Yeah, you need to try that tattoo soon, Dean.
No. I'm ready to push that thing into the street and burn it. Every time I touch it, something else breaks, and I'm like, crap.
That might be the fastest I want to burn this car I think I've ever heard you. I'm like literally like just bought it, just got it delivered 2 weeks ago, and want to burn down to the ground.
Just dumb. Everything I take apart is like terrible. Oh,
He was making forensics on receipts today that came with this purchase. So that's the level of frustration.
well, what gave me agitated today is I had a 3-page spreadsheet so I could do the shim adjustment on the Ferrari when I had the heads off. So 48 valves, you got to trade all the different shims around so you get the right ones, right? So you minimize the number you buy. So I'm having to redo that whole spreadsheet thing because now the valves have to be done and they're shim under bucket and it's a nightmare. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to go through this again.
Yeah, but there's not.
The heads are going to have to come off that car and I'm going to have the turbos redone. It's just going to be great. I love it.
LS swap it. Be done with it. Move on, flex.
Well, next time the driveway ice is up, just light it on fire and push it down the driveway, and it'll de-ice.
No. Driveway slide down toward the garage door.
Oh, it's that way.
I saw a picture.
Yeah, that's the
driveway goes down toward
It just comes back. You can't push it anywhere.
Yeah, that's not good.
I mean,
If we're pushing it down the hill, it's going in the lake.
the thing is with the Tornado, with the Tornado and the Rolls, we got lucky twice, right? So of course, brake conta charm or brakes and you're out. Here we go. So, not so good.
All right. So which race was your favorite to watch other than the main event? Historics, MX5. Like what was the one that surprised you?
Well, we didn't watch any of the other races, so the main event favorite. It was absolutely outstanding.
Well, the only one I saw was the MX5, so that was the best one. The first
was your favorite,
right? Yeah. They always put on a great show, though. I've watched every year. Like I've watched it on like the replay on YouTube if I couldn't watch it live, because they always put on a great show.
I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I also race with the SCCA. But there's quite a few of those dudes in the MX5 Cup that were like my region folks. And one of the guys, in fact, I bought my daily driver from him years ago. He now works for Mazda Motorsports, so he was there too. So that was pretty fun just to watch people that like compete in that one.
Yeah, I thought the Mazda races were super cool. I really enjoyed
They're always fun.
the angry bees going around.
Yeah.
Hard racing.
I'll be the outlier. I like the historics.
I do too.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah. For entertainment value, yes, of course, the MX5 Cup. But there's just something about those cars from yesteryear to watch them go around, and that was a lot of fun.
It's so cool when you think that, like, when those cars were competing, like, that was, like, the height of racing, and, like, they're still out there doing it. Like, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the historic when I think it was a practice session when we were there on Thursday, and Tim and I were walking up to the top of the one garage, and you could hear that rotary Mazda, and we were like, "What the f is that?"
Mm-hmm.
And that thing ripping around the banks, the sound of it was just like gave me chills. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Chills like nails on a chalkboard chills.
Oh no, that it sounded like a monster ripping around.
Your PTSD, like
No, like junior high school blood flow chills.
Oh yeah, 7878.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I really like what the endurance race was with the newer sports cars, the kind of street it was put on by BMW. I can't Endurance Plus, or I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah. That was like a 4-hour enduro. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
ready?
All right. Anybody got anything else?
I would say if we went back again, I would buy parking in lot 1, right next to the tram.
You go back again. When we go back again?
Yeah. And close to the part of the grandstands that we want to put on. 87 miles.
Last minute.
I don't mind being your shuttle, but you guys didn't use me as much as you could have. We're just gonna put that out there.
We thought you were busy and working.
But it never hurts to ask.
All right. We'll use it. We'll use the hell out of you next year.
Next year she'll be running to like 3 teams, and we won't get any access to her.
She'll have a 4-car team, and she'll be stressed.
She'll be like, fuck you guys.
At least.
That's fucked up.
As long as you let me watch shit at your Airbnb.
Yes. Anytime. Absolutely. I've got her contact info. We're dialed in for next year if we want to do that again. So Lillian was fantastic.
You guys should also reach out to me more next year. Like, you could drop your stuff at the RV or hang out.
We're going to hang out and just get drunk with you one day. Yeah. And then you're going to regret you ever said that.
You don't know that. Maybe I won't.
Like it's
Probably a coin flip, but sure.
They would told him Friday, like, yeah, I got sleep. I got it. But
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. It was so great to spend the week with you guys. I wish we could have spent more time together. We all was kind of doing this own thing. Uncle Dave, I will see you there next year for sure, buddy.
Absolutely, brother. Wouldn't miss.
Mark it up.
Here we go.
All right.
Things on the way.
Yes. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, everybody.
night.
Thanks for downloading that. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racer. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, building, because everyone's theories are evenly coming. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Race, or email us at everyday.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at F1.Racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or Reddit at /C1On. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up. Unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels.
Beautiful.